Hello Brewheaders, hope you're all doing well. My name's Neil, and I'm going to do a draw along video for you all. Now I'm a teacher, not an artist, not an illustrator. When I was younger, I always liked drawing, but I was always a copier of things, so I'd get a copy of a Disney character and I'd copy it and it'd be quite good. But I did art at school as everyone else did, didn't go beyond year 9. But since the lockdown started, I've spent a lot of time with my daughter Harriet, who's 6, doing the draw along videos, primarily by Rob Biddulph, Stephen Lenton, and Sarah McIntyre. And we got to a point where we were probably doing them something every day, and it was really lovely to find something that we shared. But I kind of found a passion myself as well, and it's really lovely that this has turned into a bit of a hobby. And so I now just kind of play around and create characters and draw different things. So I thought I'd have a go at sharing one with you now. It's very much a hobby. I don't profess to be an expert or a professional or anything like that, obviously, but it is quite fun. So I thought I'd share one with you today. I did a poll on Twitter for what we'd like to draw, and it was a giraffe that won. So we are going to draw a giraffe. I hope you enjoy it. Okay. Start towards the bottom of the page. With this shape. And it's going to be a leg. Okay. Then from the top of the left part of the leg, we're going to come out and round and up. There's almost a curve that ends up as a vertical. Then from that point where we just left off, I'm going to draw its face now, startings of its face and its head. So we're going to come back around, so it's almost like a hook shape, and then we're going to come right the way down and right the way back up again, stopping when we're about in line with this. It's the neckline, so stopping right in line with that. Now giraffes have, I don't know if they're horns or antlers or what they call them. Not antlers, are they? They must be horns. So we're going to draw one of them here. So it's a straight up vertical line. Then just a kind of almost like an oval shape, really. Just a very small oval shape. And then straight back down. It's like a stereotypical alien antenna, isn't it? And then from there as well, we're going to draw an ear. Now giraffes' ears are quite big actually. When I was looking at them, they're actually quite big. And we're going to go for your traditional leaf shape for an ear. But we're not going to join it completely up. I'm going to stop about there. Looking good so far. Now from where we join the ear, we want to kind of follow the line of the neck down. You want to follow that curve, and then it just starts to get a bit wider as we get towards the bottom. You can see I've stopped in line here with where the leg, that's where we kind of started, isn't it? Now what I like to do now is kind of stop there and go back to the first leg that we drew and go from the other side. Now I want to try and carry on the line that we drew here. So I'm not going to give it too much of a fat belly, because it then starts to look a bit strange if you don't carry that line on. So I'm going to draw a line like that. You can see it just kind of carries that on, and there's a little curve, and that's when we draw our second leg. Again, just give it this extra. It's almost like a toe, I suppose. It's hoof. Hoof. Now, what I want to do here is I want to join this line up to this line, but obviously I'm giving it its back and its bottom. And this is when I first did this. People, children, start saying, oh, it's a camel, it's a camel, it's a camel. It will look a bit like a camel, but it's not. Okay. So we're going to go up for its back, and we're going to go all the way around for its bottom. And we're going to join up, and we can see it's not too bad actually. It'd be nice if that could, again, follow the line around. Now we've done the basic stuff. Now we've got to do a couple of different things. So we need to add in the extra legs, the extra horn, the extra ear, the tail, and then we can start thinking about the face and the other bits and pieces. So the extra legs, we're just going to do the rear legs, not extra legs, the rear legs. We're going to just have a line next to this one here, but we're not going to go the same distance down. I'm going to stop it about there, and I'm still going to draw the hoof. I'm going to do it about there. Just gives that illusion that it's further away. And again, if you could kind of aim to do it at the same size the other one. There we go, we've just got our rear leg, sorry. I need to stop saying extra. And we do the same for the horn. Again, it doesn't go quite as tall, but we still have the same shape, like that. And for the ear, I'm going to start in the join. I'm going to come out and then down and around there. Just a bit like that. Now giraffes have tails. I like to give my tail some colour, so you don't have to do 2 lines for this. You could just have had 1 black line, but I like to give it some colour. And then I'm kind of going to go with a raindrop shape like that. Awesome, looks good so far. How are we for time? Not doing too bad. Now, changing that pen, we are going to give our giraffe an eye. Now I put the eye right in this space up here. Nice big eye, as round as possible. It's a pretty good round circle, isn't it? And then, now the trick that I've learned is, certainly from Rob Biddulph, is that for the pupils, rather than put them right smack bang in the middle, for when the animals or people are facing this way, if you want it to feel like it's looking at you, you kind of find centre, then you just go right of centre, and then that's when you draw your pupil and it looks like it's looking at you. Just a little trick that I learned from him. Some nostrils. There we go. And you can decide what emotion you want your giraffe to have. I'm going to go for a fairly happy giraffe, so I'm going to give mine a smile here and an eyebrow in that gap there. There we go, looking good. Right, I'm going to speed up this bit because I'm going to do some decorating of my giraffe. I like to draw circles. I do these things called dotty dinos, so I like to use circles, and it's quite nice. It works quite nicely with the pattern of the giraffe. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to speed it up so I don't waste any minutes, and then maybe you guys can do any design you want. You could do traditional giraffe patches, you could do zigzag stripes, circles are the same as me, whatever you want to, but I'm going to speed things up now. Right, here we go. There we go, we got our circles. You'll see as well that I gave my giraffe a bit of a belly line. Again, you don't have to do that, but I just quite like to do that, something a little bit different. I gave the inner part of the ear, but I didn't on the other one because obviously that's facing the other way, the other direction. I didn't put any circles on my tail because that's all going to be one colour. Right, I'm going to colour in now. Do any colours you want, don't have to do traditional giraffe colours. I'm going to try and do as traditional giraffe colour as I can find. And then I'll be back and we'll talk about the next part, the last final stages of our giraffe. Let's go. There we go, giraffe is done. We're just going to do a couple of extra bits and pieces. I'm going to do some shadowing on the floor here. I'm going to just use some green to suggest that it's on some grass. Your shadowing doesn't have to be massive, just almost scribbleish really. If you've got more than one green, that's quite nice as well. This is a slightly darker one, so darker towards the actual feet, lighter as it comes out is usually quite good. And then you get some real nice light colours here. This is a nice green, really gives it a more realistic feel. Okay, and then sign it. Sign your name. I'm going to do mine in this corner down here. And there's our giraffe. Now, I said earlier that I did a Twitter poll to see which animal people would choose. People went for the giraffe. They could have had a dinosaur, an angry pigeon that I drew before, an elephant, or a giraffe. People chose the giraffe, but I quite like the other ones too. So how about we get them along for the ride, hey? Let's try. Ready? 3, 2, 1. There we go. So we've got, I don't know if you can see that there, our giraffe, our pigeon, dinosaur, little elephant down here, and that's us done. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please share your photos if you've been drawing along. I can't wait to see them, and I think if anything this proves that, you know, just practice following along something can make you better at something. We probably knew that already, but this is maybe some proof. But also it's a nice little hobby, takes away my stresses and allows me to just focus on something a bit more creative, and it's quite fun actually. So it was very fun. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Cheers guys, bye bye.